storytelling is simply telling a story. So you have some knowledge and you want to transmit that knowledge to other people, to a friend, to a member of your family, to a group of people. So it's literally the transmission of something, of a story that happened to you, that happened to someone else, and then to transmit that in a way that the person who's listening to it is living that story. It's not just telling something that happened, it's creating emotion, creating an environment in which people listen to something and can live what you lived yourself before. You might wonder why storytelling is important. So you have to understand that we're all living in a certain place. We all have a life, we have a family, we have a community, we're living in a country, we're traveling, and there is story to tell about what we're living. So you want to tell your story sometimes, but other people also want you to listen their stories. So it's an exchange. You literally are through that exchange. On top of it, sometimes you want to communicate something special. You want to tell about the culture. You want to tell about your culture, or you want to learn about another culture. So it's literally about that. It's important because there is a message. And there is a message that you want to be understood. If you talk about the culture, you want to help people to understand what does it mean to be part of this culture? What does it mean to be part of this community? What does it mean to be part of this family? All of this is important. Well, it is important for everyone. It depends on the story. If you come from a conflict zone, the story you have, the story you live through, are the story of a conflict. And you want also to be exposed to different story. You know, you might want just to learn different story in a different context. So it is important to learn. It's important just to be exposed to various story, not only one specific type of story, whatever it is. Storytelling is important for everyone. Wherever you're coming from, who you are, you can benefit from storytelling. There is no difference. Everyone can sit, listen to a story, and then be part of that story and start to think. If you listen to a story about how an architect developed a certain building, whoever you are, when you go on the street, you might look at building in a different way after that. So it affects everyone. Certainly it affects everyone in a different way, but it touches everyone. And yes, it doesn't have to be for a specific category of people. Storytelling is present in every culture, in every country, everywhere. And many professionals try to use storytelling in their daily work. However, there's not so many publications. So if you look at publication in international literature, you will find storytelling applied to certain settings. You will find a few publications, but there is not an organized knowledge about everything about storytelling. This is something which is missing, certainly. And interestingly, this is something so obvious, so simple, that sometimes people don't really realize how something as simple as storytelling can be used to do something as important. So you would find that everywhere, in every culture, all around the world, and more storytelling is also used as a tool by expert, by professional, by psychologist, by social worker to literally work and try just to help children, teenager, to be exposed to different type of information in a very safe way, a safe environment. This is not about teaching, it's about sharing stories so people can think about this story and grow with these stories. Well, if you want to look in the literature about storytelling, if you want to look for books, if you want to look for articles, and you do some research, you will find some papers, some book about storytelling. But it's always storytelling about marketing, storytelling about something very specific. It's very difficult to find a book, a textbook about storytelling in general. So it always comes with a specific topic. We start working with, in Kazakhstan, in storytelling a few years ago. And I have to say, in my own experience, this is a textbook experience, because it has been done with the knowledge of previous experience in storytelling, starting to look at what is the situation we have, what we want to be in a year, 2 years, 3 years. And it's not only considering a child, but a child within a family, within a community, within the country, and asking ourselves what would be the best thing, which led us to think about, it's important to think about citizenship and identity. And then we build around that storytelling and asking how we could use storytelling to develop a sense of citizenship and identity using storytelling.